Hello, my thoughtful teenagers, and welcome back to another episode of Grade 10 Maths with me, Miss Lambert. We are still on the topic of algebra, but for this lesson, we're going to be looking at expansion of a binomial. And yes, I know you might be asking yourself, what is a binomial? No worries, let's get right into a definition for that particular term. So what is a binomial? It says here that it is a type of polynomial. This polynomial contains two algebraic terms. Now if you look here, you're going to see we have x plus a and x minus a. Both of these are binomials, but we are expanding binomials. What exactly is that? Now if you look here, you're going to see that in one bracket we have x plus 3 and in the other bracket we have x minus 4. Now I want you to make note of what I'm about to tell you, because this will be your guiding light for expansion of binomial. Here we're going to look at the FOIL method. What is the FOIL method? From the first bracket, we multiply it to the first term in the second bracket. From the first bracket, we multiply it to the outside term of the second bracket. Now, from the first bracket, we multiply it to the inside term of the second bracket. And from the first bracket, we multiply it to the last term of the second bracket. Now, if you look here, you're going to see you have some very colorful arrows that helps you with expansion. So x is multiplied to x, then the same x is multiplied to negative 4, 3 is then multiplied to x, and then 3 is multiplied to negative 4. Now here, you're going to see what is our representation of the FOIL method. But before we get more into this, let's take a look at the general representation of expanded binomials. Now here you're going to see we have a variation. So let's go them one at a time. Remember, we're using the FOIL method. So the first is multiplied to the inside, then the first is multiplied to the outside, the inside is multiplied to the inside, and then that same inside is multiplied to the last. So when that happens, we are going to be left with x squared plus bx plus ax plus ab. Before I continue, take a minute and look carefully at what is on your screen to get a better understanding of what we are talking about. Great. So now that you would have taken a careful and a closer look at our first expansion, I am positive that I do not need to get into an extended, detailed explanation for what take place for the second and the third one. So just take a look at them once again, and you will see that we applied the FOIL method once again and we expanded a pair of binomials. So let's look at an example. Now remember, we are expanding binomials. So here we have our pair of binomials that we will be working with. The first bracket tells us that x plus 3 is multiplied to x plus 6. So let's look at how we can seamlessly expand these binomials. Let's take, for example, x plus 3 into x plus 6. And we said that we multiplied the first to the first, then we multiplied the first to the outside. So let's do that before we continue. So we have x multiplied by x, which will give us x squared. And then we have x multiplied by 6, which will give us positive 6x. Next, we multiply the inside, and then we multiply to the last. So once we do that, we are going to have plus 3x plus 18. Here we can see that these two are like terms, which means that they can be simplified. So here we are going to have x squared, and when we simplify that, we are going to get 9x and 18. So here you're going to see that is our answer when we expand the binomials x plus 3 into x plus 6. Now here we have x plus 3 into x minus 4. And you might say that I do remember this. Yes, you should remember it because it is the same equation or the same pair of binomials that we looked at when we explained the FOIL method. So since you know what the FOIL method is, we can see that we will end up with x squared minus x minus 12. Now I want us to work this particular example because in both brackets we have subtraction, and this will help you to apply your knowledge on rules for directed numbers. So let's go. So here we have x minus 5 is being multiplied to x minus 4. Following the FOIL method once again, we are going to have x squared minus 4x minus 5x plus 20. And what I would like you to do for me is refresh yourself on the rules for directed numbers, because it will come a lot in problems you have to do, and it is very important that you know your rules to a T, simply because you want to not make any mistake when it comes to simplification. So once again, here we have like terms. We can simplify that. So we have x squared, and if we're to simplify minus 4 minus 5, we're going to have minus 9x plus 20. So this here is your answer when you are finished with your simplification or your expansion of x minus 5 into x minus 4. So now that we would have examined how we expand these things called binomial, let's recap our lesson for today. Now, a binomial is a polynomial that contains two algebraic terms. To simplify, we use the FOIL method, which says first outside, inside, then last. Then we group like terms and we further simplify, so that you can have additional practice using the FOIL method for expansion of binomials. I would like you to reference Mathematics, a Complete Course with CXC Question Volume 2. Yes, we're now using the Volume 2 for this particular lesson. Exercise 13E, which can be found on page 726. Now there is a large number of problems under exercise 13E. So what I want you to do for me is try to work as many as possible so that you will have enough practice and you are going to be an expert in solving problems including or involving binomial expansion. So my thoughtful teenagers, there you have it, our lesson on expansion of binomials. Please remember to practice, 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 because you want to be an expert when simplifying problems involving binomial. I am Miss Lambert, thanking you for being here with me on this episode of Grade 10 Maths, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye.